Welcome to Calm on Command, the 60-second reset. For high performers and leaders who refuse to let pressure run their lives. I developed this system after curing my own crippling anxiety and stress following business struggles and deep personal loss, and years of working in high stress environments, mixed martial arts professional fight camps, professional security work, and nightclub leadership. In this podcast, you'll learn how to flip three switches: brain, breath, and body to instantly calm your nervous system, think clearly under pressure, and take decisive action when it matters most. No motivation, no hype, just proven tools to stay calm, focused, and effective in moments that define your performance, both personally and professionally. So let's talk about the three switches of calm. Calm is three switches that you flip: breath, brain, and body. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this and get calm in 60 seconds. Each of these three tools, our brain, breath, and body tool, can be done for 60 seconds each, or all three can be combined and completed in 60 seconds. So let's get to it. Switch number one: breathe slow. So this whole system can be distilled down to 7 words. Three tools in 7 words. One is breathe slow. Number two is choose calm. And number three is do one thing. So switch number one, this is our biological switch. Breathe slow. I'm going to teach you two breath tools, two of my favorite breathing tools, very quickly here. The first one is a physiological sigh by Dr. Andrew Huberman out of Stanford, neuroscientist. And the second one is by my friend and mentor, Dr. Eric Potterat, who was the performance psychologist for the Navy SEALs for over 2 decades, also went on to work with the Los Angeles Dodgers when they won a World Series, Red Bull pro athletes, the Miami Heat, U.S. women's soccer team. I tell Dr. Potterat he is the world's leading expert on calm. So I'll teach you a breath pattern by him. Now, here's the science. What we're doing with our breath work is vagus nerve activation, which leads to our parasympathetic nervous system activation, which the mechanism is our breathing changes, our vagus nerve signals safety in the body, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which restores calm through our whole system. So that's why we breathe. Again, that vagus nerve activates the parasympathetic nervous system, and we activate the vagus nerve through slowing our breath down. So here's tool number one: physiological sigh by Dr. Andrew Huberman. We're going to breathe in for two inhales through the nose, and then 1 exhale through the mouth. Now, subjectively, I instantly feel calmer. Now, you can do a few of these. You can do this for a minute. You can just get the party started by doing a few, and then you can choose calm, which we'll do next. But this is a really great way to calm down immediately. I already feel calmer. The second breath pattern that I absolutely love is the 4-6 pattern taught to me by Dr. Eric Potterat from the Navy SEALs. It's in for 4 through the nose, out through the nose for 6 seconds, longer exhale. The goal is to get our breath down to 6 breaths a minute or less. And this inhale for 4, exhale for 6 gets us down and hits that threshold, which will lead to instant calm. So you can do this for 1 minute, in for 4 through the nose, out for 6 through the nose. You can do just one of those breaths to calm down. Now, Dr. Potterat has me doing this for 4 minutes, 4 times a day. I've been doing this for a few months. It's one of the best things I've ever done. So I'm breathing in for 4, out for 6 for 4 minutes straight. And I do that 4 times a day for a total of 16 minutes. I do 8 minutes in the morning, and then I'll do 2 more 4-minute rounds during the day. Really great way to just calm the whole body down. I feel much calmer in general, more peaceful since I've been doing this work. But for our purposes, calm in 60, you can just do this for 60 seconds. or you can do 1 or 2 cycles of this for about 20 seconds to start to calm the body down. So this is our breath work. This is our breathe slow biological switch. Tool number 2 is to choose calm. This is our mental switch. This is our self-talk telling us that we can choose calm. So what does this do? Here's the science. Again, we're trying to activate our calming physiology through our self-talk. We're choosing calm, which lowers cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and then activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Again, so we're flipping 2 switches here to activate that parasympathetic nervous system, which calms us down. The sympathetic nervous system is fight or flight. So when we've got these anxious thoughts in our mind, we're activating our fight or flight. We have to choose calm. So again, we've got science on our side. All of this is science. None of this is AJ's opinion. You want the science. You want it simple. You want a tool or tools that you can apply today. I challenge you to start applying these today. Do not wait. They are simple. And if you love it, share this video with someone you love and care about, whether it's a coworker, a family member, or friend who's going through a stressful time, who may have challenges with anxiety or both. Share this video. This is a gift. I stand on the shoulders of giants from 2 of my great mentors, one Dr. Eric Potterat, the second Dr. Jason Selk, which I'm going to talk about right now in terms of choosing calm. So one tool you can use right now in 60 seconds is what I learned from Dr. Jason Selk. He calls it the mental chalkboard. You can do this in your mind, or even better, you can do it pen and paper. So right now, I want you either in a notepad on your phone or a pen and paper. You've got problem on one side, solutions on the other. So if you got a pen and paper, write this down. Draw a T on your paper. On the left side on the top, your problem. Number 1 problem that's giving you stress or anxiety. The right side, for 60 seconds, I want you to write down every solution you could think of to solve this problem or challenge. And if you don't know what to do, one of your solutions on the right side is to ask for help. Find someone who could give you advice. So 60 seconds here, pause this video or this recording, write down your number 1 problem on one side and all the solutions on the other. Now, I want you to just choose one solution and take action. Circle a solution and just do one thing. This is what Dr. Jason Selk calls relentless solution focus. Choose one thing. What's one thing I can do right now to make this better? One simple thing, even if it just moves you an inch forward, that's going to lower your stress levels, your anxiety levels. Just writing down solutions, and you can do this before bed if you're having trouble sleeping. I cured crippling anxiety in one shot that I had for weeks with this exercise, okay, to write down that number 1 worry. It could be a professional worry or a personal worry in terms of your health or relationships. Write down your worry, an hour or 2 before you go to bed. On the other side, write down everything you can do, every action you could possibly take. And if you don't know, again, one of your actions is to ask for help, ask for advice from a therapist, from a doctor, from a trusted friend and family member who can give you good advice. Right? But this is just magic, this mental chalkboard exercise. You can use this the rest of your life. It's in my all-time favorite book on success and happiness. The book is called Relentless Solution Focus by Dr. Jason Selk. I will put a link to it in the show notes. It is a Bible, okay, of success and happiness and reducing stress and anxiety. So that is, again, you're choosing calm through your thoughts, relentless solution focus. Let me give you some of my favorite phrases or mantras. You've got a tool in terms of the mental chalkboard. I'm going to give you some of my top 3 favorite mantras. Okay, this is 10 words or less here. Number 1 is I can handle it. That's a mantra you can tell yourself to choose calm. I can handle it. The root of all suffering, the root of all stress and anxiety is I can't handle it. I learned this from Dr. Susan Jeffers. She wrote a book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And what she tells us is the root of all fear is I can't handle it. Whether it's a health issue, I can't handle it. A relationship issue, I can't handle it. A work or wealth issue, I can't handle it. The root of all confidence is I can handle it. You have to tell yourself that. I've been telling myself that for years and years, thousands, 10,000 times I can handle it. So then when adversity or stress hits personally, professionally, I remind myself I can handle it. I can handle this. The second mantra I want you to anchor your mind to is relentless solution focus. That's Jason Selk's Keep a relentless solution focus. What's one thing I can do right now to make this better? And the third mantra I want you to anchor your mind to is compared to what? Learn this from a great friend and mentor of mine, Brian Kane, one of the world's top mental performance coaches for athletes and executives. The mantra is compared to what? I'm going to compare my situation to someone who has it worse. Some of the ones I use personally are someone who's in prison that's been wrongfully accused of a crime, but they're in prison. They didn't do the crime. That situation's much worse than my situation, most likely. Another one is someone who's in the hospital. Okay, if I have something going on, I remind myself there's someone who's got it much, much worse. Another situation would be someone who's going through a deep loss, personally, loss of a loved one. They have it worse than my situation right now. So I'm going to remind myself compared to what? There's always someone pretty much who has it worse than we do. So that anchors us, okay, there's someone who has it worse. Then I'm going to remind myself I can handle it. Then I'm going to keep a relentless solution focus. What can I do next? So that's choosing calm. Lastly, in terms of choosing calm, I'm going to teach you a tool I learned from Dr. Eric Potterat, the Navy SEAL psychologist. This is in his book, Learned Excellence, which is my other favorite book on choosing calm, mental performance, success, and happiness. The book is called Learned Excellence. I'll put it in the show notes. And he teaches an exercise called Stay in the Circle. So on your piece of paper or mentally, I want you to draw a circle. Inside that circle is 3 words: attitude, effort, behavior. Those are the only 3 things we can control in life: our own attitude, effort, and behavior. We cannot control everything that's outside that circle, and oftentimes that's what gives us stress and anxiety. Everything that's outside the circle. So outside the circle is what's going on politically, a war halfway across the world, someone else's behavior towards us, or something anything that's out of our control other than our attitude, effort, behavior. So we've got to stay in the circle and remind myself I can only choose my attitude, effort, and behavior, and I'm going to choose thoughts that empower me. I have a choice how I respond to what's going on outside the circle. I get to choose my behavior and effort in terms of what I do next and how I respond to it. That's a very empowering, calming philosophy. Stay in the circle. So now let's talk about switch number 3. This is our behavioral switch, which is do one thing. Notice I didn't say 6 things because that's overwhelming and will give us more stress and anxiety. No, do one thing. What's one thing we can do? Well, we can look at our list from the mental chalkboard, Relentless Solution Focus exercise, and what we circled, that's what we can do next. Just do the next right thing. Just do one thing. And what this does, here's the science. Simple actions reduce stress by restoring control and predictability in our life. That's what we want to do by doing one thing. We're restoring control and predictability. And again, we're lowering our stress and activating that parasympathetic nervous system, that we're in control, that we're not in a fight. We can do one thing. So again, you can do something, that one thing off the mental chalkboard, but here's some common things that you can just do in general. Number 1, you could ask for help if you don't know what to do next. That's one thing you could do. In 10 seconds, you can send a text message to someone who could give you advice. Okay? Or you can book an appointment with someone who can give you advice. Doctor, therapist, some professional, lawyer, accountant, someone who can give you advice on what to do next that you don't know what to do. Number 2 is you can read something. Just read something for 60 seconds. Do some quick research. You can use AI to do some quick research. I don't know what to do next. Here's my problem. What should I do next? That's taking an action step that puts you back in control. Number 3 is you can serve someone, which is one of my favorite things. When in doubt, focus out. Heard that quote from Dominic Cruz. He was a multiple time UFC champion at 135. Great champion. He says, when in doubt, focus out, meaning when you're going through your own struggles, focus on others. Serve others. Find someone to serve. When you're stressed and anxious, look around or think about it. Who can I serve? That takes the challenge off of us, the thoughts off of us, the focus off of us, and puts it on others. So it's impossible to serve someone else and be anxious at the same time. I challenge you to try it. So find someone to serve, even if it's just for 10 seconds. Just hold the door for someone. Give someone a compliment at the store. just serve someone. That'll reduce your stress and anxiety. It also increases your confidence when you serve others as well because you feel useful. So that's a third thing you can do when you do one thing. And a fourth thing is just move your body. For 10 seconds, 60 seconds, go for a walk, um, do some jumping jacks, do something to move your body and just focus out of that. Get out of your head and into your body as much as you can. Even just do the dishes. Okay, and here's the magic of this doing one thing physically or serving. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. So it's this, as Brian Kane says, it's the start that stops most people. So just get started, even for 10 seconds or a minute, and you'll tend to stay in motion. But it's the start that stops most people. Just start moving, start doing something that takes your mind off of whatever is making you stressed and anxious. Also, all fear is in the beginning. Learn that from Dylan Fried, great neuroscientist and has a degree in psychology. All fear is in the beginning. So the beginning is just you're not moving. You're afraid to do what's next. You're afraid to ask for help. All fear is in the beginning. Just do something. It's just do one thing. Like one of those things. And so there's your three tools. Again, you can do this in 60 seconds or less, all three of them. You can take a breath, take a physiological sigh or two. You can choose calm. Remind yourself that I can handle this. Relentless solution focus. What's the one thing I can do that'll make this easier right now? What one thing I can do to make this situation better? Okay. That's choosing calm. Choose those thoughts. And then number three, again, you can do this all in under 60 seconds, all three things. Just do one thing. Just do the next one right thing. Send that text message, ask for help. Get up and move your body. Serve someone. Send a kind text message to someone that you appreciate them or you're thinking of them. You're grateful for them. Congratulate them on something great they've done. All this in under 60 seconds. Calm in 60 seconds. Choose calm. Lastly, I'm going to take us up to 50,000 feet and give us some great life habits in terms of choosing calm that we can really apply to our life. Number one is create a three-person personal board of directors that you can ask for help or advice from. Could be a therapist, doctor, trusted friend, family member, mentor, someone who could give you advice. I challenge you to create a three-person personal board of directors. The second thing I'm going to challenge you to do is 3 days a week of zone 2 cardio or above. Again, talk to a doctor about this before you start a new exercise program. Make sure you're ready to do this, but that's a great life habit of doing cardio 3 times a week of zone 2 or higher. Great for mental health, mental performance, longevity, overall health. And here's the second one in terms of health. You can also choose this one. Go for 3 10-minute walks a day in nature. That's a great way to choose calm. Do it safely, but 3 10-minute walks a day. And then the third, so that's our health habit, a physical habit. And the third is to learn how to think. What I mean by this is read biographies, read performance psychology books like the 2 books I recommended, Learn Excellence and Relentless Solution Focus, and also learn about mental models. Learn how to think. So my challenge is for you to do this 10 minutes a day, 3 days per week. Okay, you do this for 50 weeks a year, 50, 10 minutes a day, 3 days a week. You can get through 3 incredible books, okay, that will change your life in terms of choosing calm and your own mental performance and success. So I'll put the books in the notes here, but I challenge you to apply this today. This calm on command, calm in 60. Don't overcomplicate this. Make it simple. There'll be notes below in the episode so you'll know exactly what to do here through the notes. And again, if you found this useful, please share it with someone who you think needs more calm in their life. Someone who's going through a storm, personally or professionally, and or someone who's stressed and anxious. Share this episode with them. These tools changed my life. I'm very grateful for my mentors for teaching me these. Thank you, Jason Selk, Dr. Eric Potterat, also Brian Kane. Thank you for teaching me these things, and they've helped me tremendously, both personally and professionally. I wish you an elevated life of success, happiness, positive impact, and calm.